It tweeted for me.
That's
Hang on.
awesome.
I had that checked off for a long time.
For this one.
I want to make sure it was actually, because if it didn't, then I want to send my own out. It did do it.
That's really cool.
You're gonna hear the beast be a little louder, but
That's all right.
it shouldn't pick up that loud.
All right, well, welcome to the first annual Chinos podcast, coming at you live
First
and
annual.
dry.
Annual.
Yeah, let's do this
Yeah,
once a year.
no, it's annual.
Maximum once a year, yeah.
We do it every Saturday after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I can't handle more than that, to be honest.
We have to garner that much information.
Yeah, welcome to the Chino Show. It's apparently an annual show every Saturday at around 9 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Let's make it an annual show. Let's just go until it's
very
annual.
least,
I
yeah.
like how directly after we hit the live button, our standards dropped from 52 times a year to once.
Hey,
You
we
gotta
can
do
still do it
You
52
try
times
your
a year,
best.
but as long as we do it 52 times a year every year, does that make it annual? Like,
What?
is it annual if you're doing the same thing every year?
I
You know what I'm
guess.
So, I guess
I understand what you're saying.
it could be. It
Just 52 times
Yeah.
every year.
52 times annually,
Yeah.
I guess.
Gotcha.
The annual 52 time a year podcast.
yeah.
Well, how's it been? How's it been, Caleb?
For me,
Yeah.
it's been pretty good. Just end of the year and everything, you know. Starting to get cold, that's nice.
Yeah, Blaine showed up, and I walked outside to like greet him in my pajamas. I was like, "Holy shit! It's raining and it's cold." I did not expect this.
Yeah, no, it was because I woke up today, especially though.
Yeah, it's pretty cold today.
Yeah.
I think because you're streaming now, your delay in Discord just got a lot worse. But
Not really. My internet lagged for a moment.
I hit a pretty big spike, yeah.
right, okay.
Yeah, we gotta do something about our ISP around here.
Mm-hmm.
Cause it's like, it's good, but inconsistent, you know?
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd rather have a medium tier ISP, like speed, you know, but then it be 100% consistent or good, but be off every once in a while, you know?
Well, it's not that it's a medium tier or like a high tier ISP. It's just the package I think we're paying for is
Oh, right.
a high tier one.
Because around here, I mean, I'm more in the city, so I get higher speeds, I think, just naturally,
Yeah,
because the infrastructure's there.
yeah.
But also, I mean, like my internet's just out, like at least a couple times a week, just for an hour or so for no reason. But, you know,
Yeah, mine will just crash like once or twice a day sometimes. But then when it turns on, you're looking at, you know, hundreds down and like 60, 70 up.
right?
It's
yeah.
like, man, this is nice until, you know, it just stops working altogether.
Blaine here knows a thing or two about bad internet.
Dude, I was trying, emphasis on trying to play Rocket League at my parents' house on Lennon's computer, and just the package loss that happens in the middle of it, it makes it almost unplayable, honestly. It's been so bad.
Really?
I don't know if it's just because, like, there's a lot more people on it now, or what, but
Yeah, because before Landon, he didn't seem to be too laggy when he'd play.
it wasn't, and it got to the point where, like, we would do 1v1s, you know, just online, and in Rocket League, that's you can't just like mess up like that, especially in 1v1s. But
Hey, what games we been playing recently, fellers?
We, at least the three of us plus anyone in the Discord, it's been
Or, I
Rocket
guess,
League.
what have you guys been playing, including things we've played together, I suppose?
We've Well, I've been playing myself personally an ungodly amount of old school RuneScape recently. And that's no surprise to anyone here.
Mm-hmm.
I've been shamelessly trying to recruit more people to play with.
Yeah.
I'm spending 6 hours plus most days
Oh.
playing the fucking game. I had my membership ran out yesterday, and I had some homework to do. So I was like, all right, once I finish that homework, then I'll rebuy it. Until then, I'm not playing. And so like 2 hours ago, I spent $30 on 3 more months.
You fucking relapsed.
Well, I finished my homework today, so
That's good.
I did at least stay true to myself there.
Yeah. Let's see. Yesterday, because our internet's so bad, we were looking through the Switch games. I ended up playing Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games.
Damn.
Which is for the Switch, which is a really bad game. Like I remember playing it for the Wii because we had Mario and Sonic at the 2008 Beijing Games, and then I had the Winter Olympic Games, whatever one was after that. And both of those were really good for the Wii. I don't know, maybe it was just because I was young, but like they were really good. This one's like, I don't know, there's a lot of problems with it. It's like with the controls moving around and stuff. I was playing with Spooks over at our house, and and we were doing the 100-meter relay race. So it'd like switch off from him to me to him to me, and then we'd finish. And we were trying to get like a world record, and by the end of it, I was getting like a pump in my arms.
Really?
Yeah, because it's like.
Hey man, it's a sport.
Yeah, man. If I saw some like esports for Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, those guys would be jacked. So, I'll tell you.
What a game too, man.
Other than that, it's just been like Super Smash
Really?
Bros. Local.
Let's see. I've been playing some. What have I been playing? Really? I've been playing some Total War. Really, that's pretty much it for the past little while.
Mm-hmm.
Been grinding out on some Troy Total War, which is like the newest one.
Yeah, yesterday
Okay.
I had the urge to play Advanced Wars again.
The
Really?
like Game Boy or
Yeah, the Game Boy game. Just because I was wanting some turn-based RPG.
Yeah, I mean, every once in a while is nice, but like, man, strategy games can really melt my brain hard if I play them for like too many days in a row. I don't know what it is.
I have a buddy back in when I started speedrunning in 2014, 15. There's a guy that was pretty prominent in the Zelda's like glitch hunting community named Mab Dolra, and he stopped playing a couple years after I kind of joined, and he is a game dev now. And he just recently, his Kickstarter for his turn-based like strategy RPG got funded completely.
Oh wow, that's cool.
So that'll be coming out probably early next year or something.
Do you know what it's called?
It's called Sovereign Tea. Like sovereign and then tea, like the drink.
I'm gonna look that up real quick.
Yeah, I did not. I'm not going to lie. I did not pledge any money to it because I wasn't entirely, rolling in dough at the time or anything. And by the time I went to the Kickstarter page, it was already fully funded. So I was like, okay, they don't like need it. It's all like stretch goals. I'll probably end up buying the game when it comes out full release.
That's not it.
But yeah, it's on itch.io, I think.
Oh yeah.
It would be Sovereign Tea, 2 separate words, TEA. It's like tea versus coffee. It's like a.
Oh, I see it. Yeah.
It has really cute artwork. It looks really neat. I haven't looked into it too much, but I'll probably play it
Yeah.
just to support my old friend Mad.
228 backers.
Yeah.
Wow. It looks like it. Oh, okay. Whenever you said tea versus coffee, I was getting like Plants vs Zombies vibes, but like.
Yeah, it's like Kingdoms or something.
Yeah. You
Maybe-
select a brew. That's cool.
Yeah, maybe we could get him on here to talk about it sometime.
You know, maybe.
Make closer to its release or something.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be pretty neat.
I'd play this.
Yeah, whenever I saw it, I was like, that looks like a game Blaine would really enjoy. Like, I've never been into strategy, like turn-based strategy games. It's just not for me. I like more interactive, I guess. Maybe not more interactive. You know what I mean, though.
Yeah.
More
yeah.
high octane, like physics-based stuff. I don't know. I guess I don't have the patience for turn-based games or something. Too small of an attention span for me or something.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. It's kind of like, I guess I feel like whenever you first start playing chess, that's kind of like what turn-based RPGs feel like for me. Because whenever I first start playing chess, it's like, oh, really fun. But then after like the second game, or maybe after the first game, I'm like, this is boring, kind of.
Yeah.
Because I'm not good at chess.
Right. Yeah.
But a lot of people can be good at, those turn-based RPGs.
Mm-hmm.
I guess chess really is just a turn-based RPG at the core of
Yeah,
it.
you're right.
The OG.
One of the OGs, yeah. Dude, we could play a chess game on here sometime.
Yeah, that might be good. Have like a fourth
that'd be a
window
pretty
and just some chess.
saucy talk show.
Yeah. I want to work on commentating, because, like, I'd like to commentate one of those Smash tournaments that are going
In
on.
our area?
Yeah.
The ones... Yeah, I mean, I would sign up for that,
Mhm.
maybe. I'm not a great, like, shoutcaster. I'm also not an incredible Smash Bros. Player in comparison to, like, the people that we would be playing against or shoutcasting for.
Yeah.
But I think it'd be fun. I mean, I would feel comfortable if I was in there with, like, a co-commentator that was well more versed in commentating.
Yeah,
Then I could just, like, point out the obvious stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and they could be like, yo, did you see that combo? He did this, and then this, and then this, and then this, and I can only keep up with one move at a time.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, the fucking setup, like, this 20-second combo, and I'm like, I forget what move he did before the up smash at the end, man.
The down tilt into the up air fair.
And he was at 57%, and so it would hit him exactly at this angle, and I don't know that kind of shit. Not for
Imagine-
Ultimate, at least. I'm a lot more versed in Melee, though.
Imagine me trying to commentate a Smash tournament, like just a complete noob at the game.
Basically.
I think it'd be cool, though.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be fun to commentate something like that. I could probably commentate like I don't know, a Counter-Strike Pro-Am, maybe,
Maybe.
but
Back
not
in,
really.
Back in intermediate school, Peyton and I would, a friend from school would, we would commentate on the dodgeball tournaments.
Really.
Oh, really?
Yeah, from the stands, and it would be really, really fun. We'd just get into it. I don't know.
Did you have a crowd of people around you listening in the bleachers or something?
I don't think so. I think we were just like talking to each other. I don't think I would be comfortable with that at that point.
Right. Yeah.
A little too nervous about that.
Back on Rocket League, when I first got Rocket League, like 2 years ago or something,
Mm-hmm.
I would play offline matches like against bots, like the career mode or whatever. And it was like the day after Christmas when I bought it. And so I was at my parents' house. I was playing it on Switch, and my brother was there. And so he would watch me play, and we would commentate for my team against bots. So this isn't like me when I was 12 like Blaine
Yeah,
was. This is me when I was like 16, 17 years old. Fucking having my little imaginary competition going on.
It's fun to commentate on things sometimes. You
It
get
is
into
fun.
it, it's like...
We did it at your house with Mario Party baseball with Michael.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was like
Oh my
a
God.
month or two ago.
Yeah. So wait, you were playing Rocket League against bots and then commentating on the game you were playing?
Yeah, so it was
Or-
like a season mode where like you have a schedule and then you like go to playoffs and stuff. And so it felt like there were stakes, but you're playing bots. So once you learn how to win against the AI, you just win every time because it's free.
Yeah.
I was pretty bad at the game though because I just bought it, so like it was an exciting time. But yeah, that's what we were doing. It was pretty funny.
I see some of these people coming into Rocket League and their learning curve is really high. Caleb,
Well, like they move along it fast.
Caleb, for example.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah, I used to be really bad about 2 weeks ago, and then
now
no,
you're.
I'm not as bad.
Now I wouldn't mind having you on my team if it was like a 3v3 and be like,
Yeah,
okay,
I'd say I'm
there's no one
definitely.
else around. Let's have Caleb.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not the dead last pick. I'd say, you know, maybe it's next to last.
I'd rather have you over someone random for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'll take that. That's good enough for me.
Good, because like, I put a lot of time into Rocket League on the PS4, and then I just stopped it, and then I came back. But I think it's around if you're around people that are at a higher level than you can meet that pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Because when you're going against bots, it's like you're just learning slowly by yourself, and
Yeah, no, it's not because I mean people and bots play very differently in that game.
yeah,
The bots definitely like just have like very set like all right, defend goal on this like side or make sure ball goes in goal on that other side. And
it's
then,
pretty
but
hard to
humans,
code. It's probably pretty hard to set an AI for that.
yeah,
kind of
no,
game.
I mean I don't think they'd have very like space age AI for Rocket League.
Nah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Compared to like the aerials that you see, the bots aren't going to go up and get stuff like that.
oh yeah, no. I'd say I'm better than a bot
Unless they could.
in that game.
There's some bots. I know it literally doesn't matter what their name is, but apparently some bots when they have certain names are so god tier.
Really?
MIDI?
We get bopped by like Myrtle
Yeah.
all the time.
Dude,
It's
Heater.
only ever that one bot name though. It's really funny.
Heater's the goalie bot from what I've seen.
Heater is always a van. Or
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
a truck.
exactly. Always
yeah,
been
the
their
cars are always
own-
the same, I think, per name. Like the name's assigned to which car it is or something.
Mhm.
Like there's one named Werewolf, and I think it's literally the Werewolf chassis.
I think so.
I like my Werewolf car. It's a pretty good car, I think. I'm no pro, but I think the Werewolf is a pretty decent car.
Yeah.
Blaine would have you believe that the Octane is the only one to go with.
The Octane is the only car that should exist in Rocket League.
The Octane is pretty solid. You can't argue that the Octane is good. Like, it's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Sorry, you
Yeah,
can't
it's
argue with
definitely, like-
the fact that the Octane is good.
It's probably the best to learn with as well.
In
Yeah.
terms of design,
Like, because
it's just like
if I'd been playing with the van this whole time, I mean, it just like hits very differently, you know.
that shit hits different. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The Octane is just like a block of cheese, you know?
Like
yeah.
a cheese
Well, it hits
wedge.
great.
Yeah.
It's just got like a flat wall on the front of it, so it hits
Optimal
dead
design
on.
is cheese.
No, yeah, it is the optimal car.
Yeah.
I'll stand by it. All right. Welcome to Rocket League talk. We talk about Rocket League and Rocket League alone.
I wonder how Rocket League would play on like a PS5 controller. Like, I wonder what that would feel like.
Probably pretty similar to.
Yeah, probably not much different.
I know
PS5
it would
controller?
be similar, but like, I guess, like, holding it.
Well, like the
You
stick.
just mean in
and
comparison to keyboard?
No, I mean comparison to any other controller, because I know my brother was playing Rocket League on the PS4 controller, and he switched over to the Switch controller, and he was garbage.
Oh, the Pro,
No,
or just a regular controller.
like the
I-
sticks.
I've been playing on a pro controller. I think it's fine.
The Pro controller I could see working, but
Yeah.
playing on on a
He was
On
initially
two-
just playing
on
them
two of them,
separate. Like,
Oh,
like they
okay.
were independent. of
Did he
each
pair
other.
them Bluetooth or something?
oh, I
Is that how he
remember
did
that.
it?
Yeah.
That's
I
weird.
remember you
didn't
talking
know you
about
could do
that.
that.
How you just be like chilling on the couch with like his arms like.
Down by his sides and
Yeah.
trying to smash. Just like
That makes me uncomfortable.
like a forklift operator. is
Yeah,
racing.
they're always chilling in those forklifts, dude. Yeah, PS5 versus Xbox.
Who you got?
Oh man, I've been finding the amount of scalping really funny for
Yeah.
the PS5. Wait, did I say PS4 instead of PS5? I'm in
you
PS5.
said
Yeah,
PS5.
PS5. Yeah.
Because I've only ever seen, like, you see around people like complaining about scalping and stuff, but I only ever see it for the PS5.
I feel like
haven't
they
really
just-
seen many tweets and stuff for, like,
Yeah.
being like,
I feel like that's an issue because they don't have as much stock at launch as Xbox does.
yeah, that could be it.
But it might also just be that it's less popular. I haven't looked at the figures really. But also, I don't know.
I wonder, because I know PS4 versus Xbox is a big thing in the States, but like, I bet in China or like, Asia in general, PS4 is probably reigning supreme.
According
it's-
to, I did read somewhere that like the week that the PlayStation 5 launched in Japan, more Nintendo Switch units sold than PS5s did,
Really?
or something like that.
I saw a pretty funny tweet, like maybe a day ago. It was like comparing the graphics of a PS5 and a Switch in some game, and the PS5 was obviously quite a lot better because it's not the size of like a slice of bread, but like somebody was like, man, this is groundbreaking. The PS5 is so much better than the Switch, and then somebody was like, yeah, what do you expect, man? Come on.
The Switch wasn't even better than the PS4 or the Xbox Xbox
Yeah,
One.
no. Yeah,
Might even be
360.
worse than the 360. I'm not sure.
Nah, it's probably a little bit better than 360 at least.
It's a
I would
generation
think.
ahead, right?
Yeah, it has.
Yeah.
It's got to be, right?
Wait, the Switch is 2 generations ahead of the 360.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is it like kind of? Oh yeah, well, because it was 360 and then one, right?
Yeah, and,
And then
then,
there was like one in between,
Series
right? Yeah, yeah.
X.
Or wait, isn't the Series X the one that's coming out now? I
Yeah,
don't know. I'm not really a console gamer.
I'm
So-
not super like up to date with it either. My last console before the Switch was an Xbox 360. So, but yeah, what would it be? 6, 5? The GameCube, the Xbox One, like the Xbox original, and the PlayStation
right.
1. No. It would have been the N64, the Xbox. Shit, dude, I'm so messed up.
No, GameCube was around PS2 era, right?
Yeah.
So
I
it
don't-
must have been. But I
So
mean,
yeah, it would have been. The Xbox original came out when the PS2 came out. PlayStation was a generation ahead of Xbox.
right.
PS3 and 360 were at the same time.
Yeah, those two were.
So
the
that
same
would have
time,
been
and
the
then-
Wii days for Nintendo.
Mhm.
And then the
Yeah.
Wii U matched with the previous generation, Xbox One and PS4.
And then the Switch was now. Or
So
not
the
really now,
Switch
but-
is the fucking the current gen.
Yeah, current gen.
It does
for
match
Nintendo.
up, which is weird.
Well, I mean, you don't really get the Switch for like amazing graphics in various games, right?
Yeah,
it's
that's
more for
definitely
like.
what it's for. Actually, Nintendo has good exclusives. That's all people buy them for.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I mean, a world without
Smash
Mario
Bros.
Party.
sold so many units, probably.
Oh, yeah, and anything Mario related is gonna.
Yeah,
Yeah, like-
Smash Bros. Mario and Zelda are gonna sell so many consoles.
And Sonic and
Especially-
Mario at the Olympics,
Especially
big one.
especially whenever I got older, I was like, I want to play those games again because
Yeah,
they're so much more fun. Like it's more, I like a little bit of a jollier game design.
yeah. Also, for me, like most of the games that are marketed these days heavily are just first-person shooters.
Yeah.
A
Yeah,
lot of
pretty
them.
much.
And
If
those
they
all
sell.
Like,
eventually they all bleed together for me. Like my last Call of Duty game I bought was Ghosts, I think, and I didn't really like it.
Yeah. I mean, Ghosts was a horrible one to end on, to be honest. Because
yeah.
That one was
There were
pretty
some
bad.
pretty cool features they added
Yeah.
in that game. That was the first one with dynamic maps and stuff that you could like destroy things in multiplayer worlds and stuff. But
Oh yeah, that's back when Revolution was a big thing with like Battlefield and all that.
yeah,
Everybody was
yeah.
getting into that pie, getting a slice of it. I think my last Call of Duty I ever played really was like MW2.
Dude, that's
The
a great
golden,
one to end
the golden
on.
era of.
That's
like,
a great one to end on.
I think I ended on because I stopped getting Call of Duty games for myself past like Ghost, but I would get them for my brother for his birthday because we could play together, and because Black Ops 2 was the first one we got. And
You guys
now,
are pretty new age for Call of Duty then.
that's because we had a Wii first, and then I got an Xbox 360 whenever I was like in 8th grade or like a freshman in high school.
So like a couple years into the Xbox One's lifespan.
Yeah, we were. Well, actually, when we got it, Xbox One was first coming out. So when was that? Because the Xbox
That
One.
would be 2012 or 13, I think.
Okay, yeah, so 7th grade. But yeah, so we weren't big gamers. Came with Halo 4 when I bought it.
A lot of everyone I know disagrees, but I don't like Halo 4 very much. I played games for the campaign. That's why I didn't like Halo 4
Yeah.
very much.
That's because the people you talked to played Halo 4 with with me, which was for the most part like one of our first person shooters. So you probably have a little bit more of an emotional connection.
Halo Reach is the shit.
oh yeah.
I remember
Oh,
my
yeah.
cousin
Multiplayer
playing
wise, Reach is so fucking good.
Yeah.
I'm excited for Infinite, especially because it's gonna come out on PC at launch.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited for that.
Yeah, it's a big deal for me.
It'll be cool.
It looks really good. It looks like they're gonna actually save the franchise rather than ruin it more.
That
I
would be
think
big.
that's a pretty big deal to me.
Yeah. Ultimately, because once Bungie left, right?
Yeah.
Bungie's just nonstop been doing good. Because they did all the good Halos, and then they went over to Destiny, which is like almost like a continuation of Halo, kind of. And I mean, you can like it or dislike the game, but it's popular.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
popular.
What else has Bungie worked on since Halo?
I don't know.
Like, there's Destiny, but what else? I don't know what else they've done,
Yeah, I don't really
if
know.
anything.
I'll Google it.
Yeah, pull it up, William. I mean, Destiny is probably a pretty large cash cow. They can just
Probably.
sit on for a little while.
So they started with. Oh wow. Never mind. Let's just go. Here we go. So they had Operation Desert Storm. That was the first one that they came out with. It looks like for Wikipedia. And then yeah, after Halo Reach, they just went straight to Destiny 2. That's it.
That's all.
And then Matter. What's to be announced? Matter.
It must be some kind of space exploration game.
That's what it
Probably.
sounds like.
Yeah.
Yeah, 343 hasn't really. They've introduced interesting features to Halo, but they haven't really continued a cohesive story. I never even played Halo 5 Guardians because I heard how bad it was. It didn't even matter that I didn't own an Xbox One. I didn't want to get one because I didn't have a reason to, because all the Halo games weren't good for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The main reason we didn't get an Xbox One instead got a 360 was because Xbox One, I don't think it could do Blu-ray movies, which was
360 couldn't do Blu-ray either, could it?
no, but since both of them couldn't, and the 360 was way cheaper,
Yeah.
that's what we went with. I don't think it could. Either that or like they didn't want like an internet connection with Blu-ray or something like that. I don't know. Cuz like our internet's been really bad.
Yeah.
I think the first multiplayer game I ever played was Counter-Strike.
Which one?
CS:GO.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
in college.
Wow.
So I can't think of another that I've owned. I've played some at other people's houses, but
Dude, when I think of playing video games online, firstly, you obviously think of like MW2 in like 2008. But my fondest memories were right before I got banned from Xbox 360. It's Minecraft Xbox 360 edition. And it was incredible because the PC version of the game was in like, 1.3 or something. But whenever it came out on Xbox, they released it in beta 1.6.
yeah.
So it was behind, and so you got to experience updates and stuff, and it was like so exciting. It's just like if you had played the original PC version while it was getting updated back then. It's like, a month into owning the game, Pistons come out, you're like, oh shit, this is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And like another month rolls by, and all of a sudden you have a hunger bar, and you could sprint now, and food stacks and shit, and you're like, what?
Uh-oh.
But yeah, I would,
Something happened.
something happened on Blaine's end.
At least it's a good picture,
Yeah, my
At least-
internet just went out.
Yeah, at least you could still hear him.
That's good. There we go.
Okay.
Something.
Oh,
Yeah, he back.
Yeah, for some reason you can still hear him.
That makes me worry about what's gonna happen on my end here in a minute. But you're up all night with your friends. You're in like the 6th grade. You're all like 12 or 13 years old. You're pulling your first all-nighters maybe of your whole life, playing Minecraft.
Yeah.
And then the funny thing is, for me, I didn't own the game. There was a loophole back in the day on Xbox 360 where if you logged in on someone's account into a game they owned and then log into your account, you could play multiplayer. Like, it wasn't, like, locked to the account. So I downloaded Minecraft using my friend's Xbox account onto my Xbox. I never bought the game, but as long as I logged onto his account, started the game, and then logged onto mine, I could play. So I would do that all the time. And then eventually, me being a 13-year-old kid, the reason I had his account information was because I helped him make his account for him. Because neither him or his parents were very tech savvy at the time. So I helped him set up his account. And his mom ended up putting her credit card on it. And I was a pretty shady little guy. So I never bought anything expensive. I would only buy little things like icon packs or like home screen themes or stuff like that. Yeah. Like $5 things. But I ended up getting banned for it. Rightfully. I definitely was in the wrong.
Yeah,
but my days of playing Minecraft on Xbox 360 were over because my console got banned. I did buy another Xbox like a year later and then bought the game myself. But by that point, all my friends had moved on.
I don't know how
Did
you
you
bought
be sure to...
Minecraft.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Oh. Did you make sure to tell Bill Gates that you didn't buy anything expensive before he banned you, or you never get that?
No, I think I probably sent in some kind of like request to fucking whatever.
Right. Yeah. A ban appeal or something.
Yeah. Twitch unban forms for Microsoft. Justin TV unban forms. Yeah. It wasn't just my Xbox though. His Xbox also got console banned for it.
Really? That's pretty. That's pretty bad.
Yeah. I guess because they just couldn't know which one of our devices was which one of us, so they just had to nuke the whole scenario. It's pretty funny.
Identity theft.
Yeah.
At 13.
I was up all night that night. I was like achievement hunting in like Connect Adventures and Battlefield 3.
Really?
And so like 7 o'clock rolls around, and then it's like, you've been disconnected from Xbox Live. I'm like, oh shit, I better log back in. And I try to log back in, and it's like, you have been banned until December 31st, like 9,999 or something.
Yeah.
And so I walked out of my room, poured a bowl of cereal. My mom was in the kitchen. I was like, Mom, I did something really bad. Don't be mad at me. But I think I need to buy a new Xbox. And then I started speedrunning because I had nothing better to do with my time. It was a pretty quick turnaround.
You know, small, what is that, a butterfly effect?
You close one door, open another.
Yeah. I think actually, I think I went to PC Minecraft after that, except I pirated that as well.
Really?
Yeah, there was a launcher called Chapter Squared back in the day that you could play without an act. Like in 2013-14, you had a Mojang account.
Right.
Or no, you had a Minecraft.net account.
Yeah.
Minecraft.net account. And so you didn't have to buy the game to make an account. And so if you downloaded the game, it only wouldn't let you play it if you didn't own it on the account you're trying to play it on. So Chapter Squared just had its own servers or something, and so you could use the client even if you didn't pay for the game. So I used that for a while.
How much did Microsoft buy Minecraft for?
A few billion, right?
Yeah,
it was
probably like
large
$2
number.
bill.
I think it was $2.5 billion. Yeah.
It's crazy.
And did all of that go to, I guess, just Mojang?
I think Mojang, because I think Notch was already.
Notch was working for Mojang at the time, I think.
Right
Before they sold it.
And then he dipped out pretty much once he got his big old fat stack of cash.
I
Probably.
do the same thing.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
he's probably one of those people that doesn't want Minecraft to be their identity.
Yeah, because he has worked on stuff afterwards.
Yeah.
Good man.
Interesting man. I don't know if I would call him a good man.
Yeah,
He's
I
pretty
don't know if-
controversial these days.
Oh.
Yeah, he is
Yeah,
very
it's like-
controversial. To the point where
No.
Microsoft's trying to distance themselves from him, right? Like any
Yeah,
mention of
honestly.
him in Minecraft, they're trying to delete and stuff.
Honestly.
I did see, I think it was a dream or something. They're doing something with Notch, where he was.
Yeah.
And I saw that Notch died in that video, and he dropped an apple like with his stuff. I was like, all right, that's pretty cool. Like to
That
see
is
in
really
action,
cool.
See that little Easter egg in action. Oh my god.
It's a really cool feature.
Man, let's see.
Enough video games.
Yeah.
We set up some D&D characters yesterday.
That's
All
right.
three
Yeah,
of
we
us
did.
did for an upcoming campaign.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I think I have.
Let's talk about how that went.
Oh man.
I like Blaine's story. Blaine's story is the most interesting for his character,
Yeah.
especially he got a message right before we started
lot of
doing this.
it's
That's even makes it even funnier.
All right. Yeah. So our meeting that we had with the dungeon master for our campaign that we're gonna have in like a couple of weeks from now, I guess. We were just gonna design our characters, and I wanted to be something really creative, be something that nobody really thinks of. So I was kind of thinking along the lines of gnomes, because that's who I am at heart, you know, a gnome. And so like I wanted a gnome artificer just off the bat. I've always wanted that. And I just wanted it to be creative. So I started off, kind of wanted to be like two gnomes in a trench coat pretending to be a human. Just like walk around having a lot of charisma. People just can't tell. But the DM was like, nah, you'd have to like roll twice for each one, which, man, I can understand it. I can understand why he said that, but you could just say it's one person. You know, the DM could be fooled too into thinking it's a human. But whatever, we're past that. And then I think he had the halfling sheet open, and my eye caught the centaur category. So I was like, what if I did like a gnome centaur but proportional, not like not like a huge fucking horse.
I didn't even
with a
think
gnome.
about that when you said it the first time. That's a really funny thought.
Because if it was, that would be hilarious. So I wanted to be like a gnome pony centaur hybrid. And for the most part, everyone was cool with it. The DM was like, I don't have a problem with that, you know. So we were setting up our characters, and just a little while ago before we started, he was like, man, I don't know if you can be a centaur because they're like mythical or whatever, and you know they're a beast. So
It's kind of fucked. It's been like almost about a full day
yeah,
since we started setting up our characters for the campaign, and he waited until just now. Blaine already rolled all his stats. We've already got backstory started and everything, and all of a sudden he's like, he even his character even like got a amputated foot or something.
yeah.
And so now it's all fucked because he can't be a centaur anymore.
I don't think you'll need to reroll anything.
I don't think he'll need to re-roll, but like,
I was definitely brainstorming some things.
it's painful.
Right,
Because
yeah.
like part of my backstory is my
Your horse
mother.
dad, your gnome mother.
My mother passed away, and I have like an evil stepmother type Cinderella situation. I'm basically
Oh right,
a Disney
you
princess.
wrote all that out.
So I was gonna say like my mom was the pony part of it. My dad was the gnome pony fucker that everyone's
Right,
like,
yeah.
that guy. He got a little bored. But yeah, I guess that's not gonna be the case. That can just be a rumor, because I think I'm still gonna go with a gnome. Because I'm an artificer, so I'm like a tinkerer, and gnomes are also kind of tinkerers. It's not outside of the realm of possibilities if I created like a cart or like a wagon
would
of
be
some
pretty
sort that makes it look like
Because you lost
I'm a
your
gnome
foot.
centaur.
Because you lost your
Because
foot,
I lost
right?
my foot.
Yeah, there you go.
That makes a lot of sense.
Forgot about that actually.
So it's like a wheelchair kind of thing.
Yeah, that honestly really fucking. It's like dogs with a pet with wheels.
And I gotta find some way to make it into looking like a centaur.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
for
supposed to
some
like-
reason. Because otherwise it's like...
You
what's
wanted
he
to go
doing?
fast.
Yeah,
You can't run very fast with one foot hobbling around.
yeah.
Caleb, what about you? How's your character making experience?
Well, yeah, mine's pretty boring compared to Blaine's, I guess.
Mine's kind of in between boring and Blaine.
boring. Yeah, Blaine is definitely the height of
Yeah,
excitement.
on a scale of 0 being
To Blaine?
the worst to Blaine,
You're probably about Blaine.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
Blaine.
probably about Blaine.
Yeah.
I'm Blaine.
I made a halfling bard. I don't know why, but in D&D I'm always gravitating towards being a bard for some reason. 'Cause, like I think I've played 2 campaigns before this, and I've been a bard both those.
Mm-hmm.
I should probably branch out, but like
I didn't even know you've played 2 campaigns before this.
we never really completed either of them, but
I
I
don't
definitely
anticipate
played
to complete
them.
this one.
What?
I hope we at least get through most of it.
I
Yeah, I'd
think we
like
will,
to
but I
play
don't
some.
think we'll complete it. I think that's
I
the
don't know.
point.
Yeah.
Well, like I don't know, man. The group that we're joining, apparently they've gotten through a bit, right?
Yeah, I think they grinded it out over the summer. But
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have a whole bunch of time, but
yeah, according
Yeah,
to my
over the
roommate
winter.
who was a part of that, it kind of got to the point where it was like he made it sound like you want to do a lot of it at once.
Yeah.
yeah.
Because the more sessions you have, the more willpower it takes to get in character.
Yeah,
and
it's
stuff
really
like
it's
that.
easier to get into it. It's just like doing anything, right? I mean, you're really invested, and if you have to, go home, wait a week, come back, some of that charm kind of wears off every single
Yeah.
time you have to leave and come back.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, how many? Yeah, because how many people are we? It's like a 9-man party. Once
I think
all 4 of us
the
go.
full party's 9.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's gonna be like it's gonna be tough to like over and over again. Get those same 9 people together.
Yeah.
I even think like just doing the rounds, because it's it's turn based.
Oh yeah, I mean it's gonna be a long
Everyone-
session to
Right?
get anywhere.
It's turn.
yeah. I
everyone,
mean, there's
Yeah,
there's
turn-based.
rounds. Yeah.
okay.
At
I
least
didn't
in
know if
combat,
everyone would
yeah.
just be like, yeah, I want to go over here, I want to go over here.
During during combat, it's definitely turn based.
Okay. I've been thinking about some like just for our specific party. Actually, Andrew, you should probably tell me what you are, or Caleb maybe.
Yeah, Caleb, finish
what
up.
you
I
were
feel like we cut you
yeah,
off.
okay. Yeah, I'm a halfling bard. I haven't made the name yet, and I do need to do quite a lot of stuff before I send it into the DM. But I'm a halfling bard. So, what was my backstory? I don't even remember. I know I was like super rich. I remember rolling that backstory generator he had and just generating so much cash, starting cash. Yeah, I've got like 857 coins to start with. And Andrew's even more insane than that.
Yeah, I'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah, like
We all
that
started
was a really
upper middle
fun.
class.
I was lower
Yeah,
middle class.
Oh, you were?
Well, yeah, middle class at least. But yeah, let's actually, because our DM's dad, right, has been playing D&D for like 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're playing 2E because that's like all the books that our DM has from his dad playing in the past. And his dad had created like he composed this entire book, and it appears to be quite a lengthy book. Whenever he was scrolling through the like table of contents was like 5 or 6
It is
pages.
fucking thorough, man.
Yeah.
And it's really well put together. And he like made this whole backstory generator based on like a bunch of roles and stuff. And it was really fun. Like I haven't had that much fun making a character in a while. Like I never had that much fun making a character for D&D because, like usually when you're making one, it's just like, all right, yeah, roll your stats, make a name, choose like weight and height and everything. But this time it was like your father died and you couldn't get half your inheritance, or you lost a foot and you have to be a 3-legged centaur.
Yeah,
or,
it definitely helps if you're not like ultra creative yourself to help develop more of your own backstory. I guess for some people, maybe they like the full reign of their full backstory.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, me and Blaine, I'm pretty sure haven't ever done a D&D campaign at all.
No.
So it's nice to have some kind of hand-holding in the beginning stages.
Yeah, definitely. So like roll for, what all did you roll for? Because we rolled for like,
there was bad events, good events, exceptionally good events.
Yeah, which was
and we rolled for like our parental like relationship.
0, yeah.
We rolled for like specific things within the bad and good and exceptionally good.
Yeah.
Sometimes, because like that's what got me to chop one of my legs off.
Oh yeah, the bad event. Yeah, I found that really fun because like you roll for the bad events first, because I was like before in the good events in the book. So we rolled for those first, and I was like, oh wow, this is kind of crap, it's just like a debuff for all our characters. And then you get to the good stuff, and it's like, oh, if you roll this, you get it like X dice times 100 gold automatically, or like whatever.
Yeah, because I got a bunch of resistance to everything. Like, can I see how much resistance you have?
Yeah, I don't even know.
Yeah, because
I don't have any modifiers to resistance or anything. Yeah.
I think mine's like +3, +6, +3, +4 for all of that, which is pretty crazy.
My character that I set up is a wood elf. I named him Alaranth Duskgrove. The reason, so the first name is just from a generator for wood elves, but the last name, I had a Skyrim archer, and she was a wood elf as well. So I want to make them canonically family members, so that's why I did that.
Ah, that's pretty cool, actually.
Just for me to have some kind of more of an attachment to my character.
Yeah.
Right.
But so I'm going for a thief rogue like class for mine. And so we were talking about the good and bad events in the background roles. All my like general stats are pretty like not standard, but like solid. Not too bad, but not like incredible. Mostly 14s, 15s kind of thing. But so I started out whenever I rolled for like, so I rolled my family relationship. I was the bastard son, so I got minus 50% starting gold. I'm lower middle class, so I got the least gold out of the three of us. Base anyway. So I lost half of that. I think it was 60 gold I started with. Lost half of that, so it was at 30. And then when I rolled for bad events, my family owed a lot of debtors or something. So I lost 50% more of my starting cash. So I ended up with like 15 gold pieces. And there was another bad event where like you were born into slavery and you get 20 gold if you're born into slavery. I had less fucking gold to start with than that. My good events gave me an heirloom, which just gave me a +2 superior. I haven't even decided what I want that to be yet. But then my exceptionally good event was... I don't even fucking know why I came into so much wealth. I don't remember the backstory to why I got it, because I was just so excited to get it.
I think it was just financial windfall or something.
Just some kind of general good luck, good fortune financially. And so I ended up rolling like 1,600 gold pieces. So now I went from being literally dirt poor to a real rich man all in one roll. It's pretty
He rolled the lottery.
It was pretty interesting.
It was funny because like Blaine had like rolled for his starting cash and he had like 180 something. Yeah. You're like, yo, Blaine's gonna be the richest. We're gonna be rolling in cash, and then like all of a sudden, and then Andrew was the poorest, like 15. And I was somewhere in the middle. But then Blaine, when did you lose? Like you lost half your gold, right, Blaine? How'd you do that?
Yeah. I don't remember what the event was, but I think I ended up rolling like a double bad.
He had to roll the bad table twice, I think.
Yeah, and that's what got me to chop my leg off, and I lost 50% of my gold. Which honestly, in the long run, since I'm an artificer, wasn't too bad. You know.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have to pay anything for my prosthetic or anything.
Oh yeah, because our DM did say like, since you're an artificer, I'll let you just have a prosthetic for free. You know.
Yeah, but then I ended up rolling the double good.
Oh yeah, and then you got to roll the good table twice.
So we went to the exceptionally good, and I got to go into the good table again and rolled twice, which was all right. I got like some pretty good stat boosts, I guess.
Didn't you get your proficiency points from that?
Yeah.
Your non-weapon?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I got some extra resistance to something, I think.
Yeah.
Then you ended up the poorest out of all of us.
Hey,
yeah. Once Andrew rolled that $1,600 straight cash, I was shocked. Like, I thought I was gonna be the richest with 857, but no way, man.
Yeah.
I really lucked out. Really exceptionally good luck.
Mm-hmm.
Is what my character got. Yeah, man. It's exciting. I'm looking forward to it.
I think so.
We have a session Monday?
I
Yeah.
think so, yeah.
To get us on our feet. That's pretty...
Session 0, he called it.
Mm-hmm. I'm excited for it, because, I mean, if the character selection was this much fun, I really...
Yeah, actually getting the story to progress is going to be a good time.
We barely even talked about the setting. It's like set in...
It's like medieval Celtic. Yeah.
And warring tribes or whatever. Maybe not.
Oh, yeah.
There's a potential war brewing, he said.
Yeah.
It is a cool setting. I'll give him that. Like,
yeah, it's pretty neat.
I think that setting is pretty interesting.
We voted on it. Or
I didn't.
Yeah, no, you guys didn't. But I think there was like 2 or 3 voters, and the 2 or 3 of us decided what the setting was going to be. But when he told me there was going to be like wars of hundreds and hundreds of people in it, I was like, whoa.
Yeah,
there could be some pretty interesting stuff.
Depending on how everything works out.
I'm most excited to see how our characters interact with each other in different scenarios.
Especially once we get to the group of just massive brutes, apparently, compared to our halfling, gnome, elf, and then
like 4 humans.
Yeah, 4
humans,
big
which are
humans.
all barbarians or warriors, or I think there's only
one's
one,
a mage,
one
I think,
mage,
and one's an archer. I think.
Oh really?
Oh yeah, Logan was a mage.
Yeah.
We have a mage in our party, like a traditional one, sorcerer, right?
Yeah, hunters and sorcerers.
I'm basically a mage, but like better.
I feel like we should try to get Carl, our DM, in here sometime to talk about DMing and just D&D in general. It'd be pretty cool.
It would be, especially because he's grown up in that environment.
Yeah, it'd just be cool to get real insight in it, like not the player's view, but the dungeon master's view from because he's been a DM for a little while. He's hosted a few campaigns.
And you can tell, like, the DM hides stuff from you. You know, we were
Yeah.
talking about, like, oh, wow, you know, whenever I had, like, 180 gold pieces, we were like, I'm going to be so rich. But then I think we asked him, and he ended up telling us, because we asked him later on, that, like, the average amount of gold people get is, like, 200.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, we were pretty poor to start.
Oh,
But
and then
yeah.
I got, like, 11 hit points for my character.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
like,
Well, that's because you're a mage. You're supposed to be a weak little squishy boy.
yeah, but
compared to,
11?
Man, we're gonna have to feed him so many of his self-made health potions after he dies, so that he can be resuscitated.
Yeah, me and Andrew, the like rogues, are gonna be the tanks, I guess.
Yeah,
for
I
this
know.
first
Our
little
party's
bit.
so top-heavy.
Yeah.
We don't have enough meat.
We're
We
going
should
to
have
have to
some
do it
firepower though.
with a lot of strategy, I think,
It's gonna be fun.
and a lot of planning. A lot more planning than just going in and...
Yeah, I think
Smashing things.
it'll be a pretty fun time.
Yeah.
We have a healer of sorts in
Yeah.
Blaine's potion making ability, so that's
Yeah.
gonna be enough, I think, to hold us together.
I'm really happy with my alchemy because I like the fact that I can prepare it before battle, because I only have like a 10 spell limit, and I'd rather like commit that to actual attacks.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like my I guess I only have one magic attack actually, which kind of sucks, but.
Really?
But like if I could stockpile like 2 or 3 heal potions and 2 or 3 poisons that I could give to Andrew or myself, or you know, Caleb, what is your weapon? Do you have one?
I don't think I
Your
maybe
vocals?
I do start with a
How
weapon.
many weapon proficiency points do you get base?
Me, I get 4.
I think we both got 4 for the rogue subclass, right?
Yeah, it was
I
4.
only got 1.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have a longbow, maybe a shortbow instead, and like a dirk.
Oh yeah.
And then I don't really know. I'll fill my other 2 slots with my superior, maybe. I don't really know yet.
Yeah, I have to look at the weapon table again.
I wonder, are there throwing knives? That would be pretty cool.
That would be pretty cool. I'll ask him about that. We could poison those pretty easy, and those would probably do a lot.
Yeah. I want my centaur body to like double as a mortar. Maybe that's the reason why I'm disguising myself. So people think it's a centaur, but then you just bust out the...
You pop out of it, and it's actually a cannon.
Yeah, you just
Bust out the
hobble over,
gnome
and it's like... filling it with my poison fireworks that are shooting into the enemy lines.
It's a very interesting concept. I like the concept for that. Well, we're running up on about an hour.
Yeah.
Live here.
Yeah,
I want
I
to
really-
close. I want to close with the origin story behind the name the Chinos show,
Yeah.
just so that that's on record.
Mm-hmm.
So that when anyone's like, "Why the fuck you guys called the Chinos show?" we can be like, "Watch the VOD, idiot."
Yeah. Just skip through the first hour of crap that we talked, and then you'll get the whole.
Yeah. Also, just to clear up any racism rumors,
Rumors.
it's
Because
not
we're
a
most definitely-
racist thing.
We're
Or
not
it's
trying
not. It's not meant to be offensive in any way.
Yeah.
The short lie story we could tell is, hey, chinos are pants.
Yeah.
We wear chinos, but that's not the origin story.
We're actually racist.
No.
I'm just joking. Not all of
Just
us.
Blaine is racist.
Yeah, just not all of
Yeah,
us.
only
Just me.
Blaine. Well, Blaine wasn't there when the name
Yeah,
came.
so I
Yeah, Blaine actually wasn't.
I have no alibi.
Yeah, he's just racist. Me and
Yeah.
Caleb have a story.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess I'll start the story. So
Yeah,
in
okay.
high school, we were in the marching. All 3 of us were in the marching band. And so there was this piece of music that called for brake drums, like off of a motor vehicle, like off of a car. And the school only owned like 2, and it called for 4 with different pitches. So me and Caleb and a buddy of ours named Chance, we went to a like rec yard to find some old cars that we could buy some brake drums off of at the scrapyard.
At first, remember, you were like, "Hey, Caleb, do you have like any scrap cars? Do you have any beater cars that you just like can give me some brake drums off of?" And
Did I
I was
ask
like,
you that for
"Yeah,
real?
we got an old truck. You just how long you need them?" And you're like, "Wait, like because you wanted to keep them, like the school wanted to keep them."
Yeah.
And so eventually we were like, "Oh, so we have to like go find some cars and then rip the brake drums off of them."
Yeah. So the three of us, I think it's because me and Caleb didn't have our driver's licenses yet, maybe?
Yeah, that's why.
Must have been sophomore year.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And so,
yeah.
So our friend drove us to the scrapyard, and we go in there. It's pretty shady seeming. It's a pretty large scrapyard, though.
It was, yeah, very expansive. It was kind of cool to be
pretty
there. Actually.
big.
Kind of scary but cool. Our friend who was taking us, he had like, he was so like worried for some reason that he took a picture like of the scrapyard, and he was like, "Yeah, if we go missing, they'll be able to like," or something about the picture being on Google, like Google will be able to. What was it like? Google Photos could tell where he took the picture and like when.
Yeah.
So he was like, "Yeah, they'll find where we are if like
we
we
go
go missing."
Law enforcement will figure it out. Yeah. But yeah, we get there, and so the scrapyard was run by. It must have been either a family business, or just a couple of like longtime friend kind of guys, and they were all Hispanic. I'm assuming Mexican. We live in Texas, so. So they spoke Spanish. That's what we need to get across here. The owners spoke Spanish.
Primarily Spanish.
And so we walk in and we're like, "Hey, we're looking for some brake drums. Could you help us find some brake drums, like brakes for a car?" And they're like, "Yeah, go find our guy Chino in the back in the workshop." And so he just kind of points I think it was the owner, just kind of points in the direction that the workshop's in. He's like, "Down there somewhere." So we're like, "Okay." So we walk over to the workshop. We end up finding this guy named Chino. And he's a pretty cool dude. I don't remember him in too much detail. I think Caleb remembers him better than I do.
Well, I remember like we were walking over there, and the workshop was basically just a big, huge, like basically a warehouse, but with like missing a couple of the walls on the sides. So it was just a huge like pole barn type building that with like a bunch of cars and stuff that were getting torn down underneath it. And our guy Chino was he was like working on breaking down the rear end of an entire like car, like the entire axle and diff and everything. And he was wearing like this big blue, like almost like a duster trench coat, raincoat type thing, because it was a little wet that day, but it wasn't raining.
Yeah.
And he was wearing like his work shoes and everything, like jeans. But we walk up to him while he's working, and what did we say to him? We were just like, "Hey, we need some brake drums or whatever."
Yeah, we were probably just like, "Hey, they told us to look for you. We're looking for some brake drums." And I don't think he spoke as much English as the other guys did.
Yeah, no, I think his English was a little bit worse than like the main boss guy.
Yeah,
but
he seemed pretty not clueless, but like a lot less.
It was harder to convey our point, and harder for him to convey his points to us.
Yeah, I forget. I guess me and our friend elected Caleb to talk to him because we were both pretty anxious about the whole scenario.
Yeah.
So yeah, Caleb just kind of like shuffled up and asked him for to find us some brake drums and stuff. And he walked us around. He gave us a little tour of a few cars that weren't like completely sunken into the mud, so we can actually see the brakes. And I think the funniest part of this story is as we walked around, keep in mind why we were trying to buy these brake drums is because we were trying to play a piece of music that called for them to be used as an instrument. So we're walking around, he's showing us some brakes, like, "Are these ones good? Is this what you need?" And every time he would bring us up to some brakes, I would go up close to them with a little, like, a plastic mallet and then tap on him and listen to it. And I didn't want to laugh or get embarrassed or anything, so I didn't even look at him. I didn't know how he responded to it, but I could only fucking imagine that this poor old dude was like, what did these guys send my way? Who are these kids?
Yeah, like the
What is
first
going on?
because he kept on asking like, okay, well, like what car is it for? You know, because he thought that we were getting drums for like a vehicle. You know, we were trying to fix, and we were like, well, no, we just need like brake drums. Just show us the nearest brake drum. You know. And so we walked, the first place we walked up to, I think, there's all like these just banks of cars, you know, probably sorted by like, probably make and model, like at least make, you know. But there was like this van, I remember, we walked up to, it was like a minivan maybe, sort of like a people carrier. We walked up and had no tires, but it had still the drums and brakes and everything on it, and hubs. But they were underground pretty much, like with an inch or two of dirt. And so he looks in, like, he knew exactly where to go. He went and looked inside of a car or something, in a pile of just rubble inside this car.
Yeah, this was an actual, like, scrapped car.
Oh, yeah.
In the middle of a lot.
Just reaches in through this, like, window with some broken glass around it and stuff. He reaches in, pulls out a crowbar, like, within an instant. Like, he knew exactly where it was within this entire field of just
He just
scrap.
stashed it there. He knew it was there for safekeeping or something.
He just starts going to town on the dirt, digging that brake drum out. And he pulls it off the hub eventually. And he just puts it down and he's like, yeah, is this the right one? And then Andrew just walks up. All three of us were just watching Andrew do this. He walks up, pulls like a little tiny plastic mallet out and just starts hitting the brake drum as we're all three just standing around him, like nodding and like just looking at him, like just being really awkward about it. It was very entertaining.
Yeah.
What did we get? 3 of them there?
Yeah, I think we about 3 that day. We had 2 at the high school already, so we only needed 1 more, and I think we got 3 to be safe.
Right, yeah. Yeah, we
but
picked out
3. He led us around to a few more cars. We found some more drums that fit what I needed them for. And then I'm sure he was probably like, thank God.
Yeah, we were
this is over.
Finally done with Chino.
Yeah, we got a really good deal on it. It was like, what?
It was
$25 or $30
$25 for all 3 of them, yeah.
Yeah, it was, I mean,
really good.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
And then the big boss guy, who we at first had, you know, talked to when we went in the place, we were like, he was like, so we gave him the money and we were starting to like, you know, get everything together to walk away, and he was like, oh yeah, so what kind of machine are you gonna put those in? Or like, what were you doing with those? You know?
I don't even
like
remember what we told him.
He didn't understand that like we were trying to just play music with them. So he was
Why
just really
would anyone? It's a really weird
It's a very strange instrument, yeah. But it was very funny to like try to explain. Well, no, we're gonna play music with them. Like
we're just gonna hit him with a stick.
Yeah, exactly. Then he was just like, oh, okay, all right, yeah. And then we just left.
I think he was also like, just 3? You only need 3?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Why
well,
3
the
of
thing
them?
is, it
One
was
for each of us?
3 different brake drums as well. Like,
yeah,
if he was thinking it was for a
same.
car.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, that was a fun time. And so yeah, our guy Chino influenced us. Me and Caleb did a brief dabble into hip hop music, mostly just for like school projects and stuff. And I was just like, what do we fucking call ourselves? What's our artist name? And we settled on the Chinos. And so that's the origin story of the Chinos show.
It's a good name, I think, but you got to have the backstory.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense at all unless
you got to be there.
Backstory.
You had to be there at that scrapyard.
That's a good story. I haven't heard the whole thing.
Yeah,
I mean,
don't normally elaborate enough on it.
There's details that I've lost to the annals of time in my memory.
For sure. Yeah.
Man, it was. We didn't even spend too long there, really. He was good. Like,
yeah,
Chino, he
knew
found what we wanted.
I knew right when he found that crowbar in the back of that van that we were dealing with a real champion.
Oh yeah,
we were going to be treated nicely at that.
Everything
place.
was cataloged in that guy's mind in that scrapyard.
Mm-hmm.
I hope he's doing all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the same time, though, it's like the name's vague enough, I guess, to be anything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Like, it could be
literally
their
in
pants.
Spanish, Chino means Chinese.
Allegedly.
Well, I mean, it literally does. But there's also, the pants. There's
Yeah.
a type of pants
Pants
called
thing.
Chinos. It's a versatile enough word
Yeah.
to where it
So
doesn't
where you
really
could
mean.
use it as a hip hop group of high schoolers.
Yeah.
And compared to the rest that we had, probably the
Yeah,
least
it took
choice.
us. We could have had a whole episode of a podcast, maybe 2 episodes of a podcast, of us just brainstorming what we should call our fucking podcast. It was a time.
Imagine if it was the original rice patty at Coors.
It was never gonna be that. Mine. I hate to break it to you, but that's an awful name.
That one never even made it onto the.
Made it to my top 3.
It was on my shit list. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, well.
I mean, how do we leave them off from
I
that?
don't know. I mean, that's about all we have time for. I mean, we literally have all the time in the world, but.
The 24-hour podcast once a year.
Yeah, I don't want to set a precedent of rambling on for.
Yeah, for like
3,
2
4
hours. I
hours or
figure
anything.
half an hour to an hour, maybe an hour 15 is like prime podcast
I think
territory.
Probably an hour is.
I think an hour, give or take 15 minutes, is what we should
Yeah.
aim for.
That's pretty good.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully you tune in. We'll be here every Saturday night.
Yeah, if you did tune
around 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, U.S. Central Standard Time, and come back to hear us talk about video games,
in, and just whatever
tabletop
else.
games, probably for the next couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's gonna be a big one for a little while.
Yeah.
And hopefully we can have some guests on.
Yeah, I
that'd
have
be
a couple of ideas for people lined up already. So
Let them carry the show.
yeah, we'll
For
have.
real.
Hopefully, we get some more interesting shit to talk about. Right now, just figuring some shit out, starting some stuff up. But yeah, that's about all I got. Anything else to close with?
It's pretty crazy that he turned himself into a pickle. That's all I got.
Jeez, Blaine. You gotta ruin everything, Blaine. I guess if anybody actually did watch this thing all the way through, I mean, good on you. That's pretty impressive. Just
Yeah.
hearing us ramble on about random garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I think we are peaking right now, viewer-wise.
2
Really?
viewers.
I'm seeing
Whoa.
4. I'm seeing 4 on the stream, which is big money. I've never had that many people watch my stream when I
If you're
stream.
viewing,
Right.
what? Hey, what's up, dude?
Yo, what up, Spooks?
Oh hey.
Catching the tail end, buddy.
Yeah.
To close, do you have any questions for the 3 of us? We'll
Yeah,
close
yeah.
with a question from Spooks in
The last
chat.
45 seconds of the podcast will be Q&A time.
Spooks, I talked about you in the podcast today.
He didn't mention your name like once, yeah. Twice maybe.
Yeah, so give us one question to close the stream with.
Not your actual name, just Spooks.
Yeah, he docs you your full address and
Yeah. I doxed my neighbor's address.
Spooks asks, "Are you
are you
happy?" That's a pretty good question. I
Yeah, I'm
think
pretty happy.
overall with my life, I'm all right. In the moment right now, I'm having a good time. I'm pretty happy short term. Long term, I've got to set up some more plans for myself and pursue some more stuff to give me more purpose.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, I'm pretty all right as a human being, I think.
I'd say it depends on how finals week goes for me. That's
That's true.
Yeah.
Didn't really think about that.
I'll be very sad come next podcast if I bomb my finals.
Oh, that'd be good. Next podcast will be like writing down finals as well.
The sad cast.
I've got a week buffer before my finals, so I won't be able to be sad next weekend. But maybe the next week after that, I'll be sad.
Technically,
We'll
my
see.
finals could be. I mean, they are this week, but my finals week is like from Wednesday to next Wednesday, which is really weird. But luckily, they land both on this week. So
Oh, Caleb disappeared.
we did a little.
There we go.
switcheroo.
Scuffed.
You had to make it scuffed, didn't you?
I scuffed it all up. Right
It was
at the
going
beginning.
so well, and then the setup got all fucked. Caleb, are you happy to close it
Yeah,
off?
maybe. Yeah. Yeah, I think this podcast is actually pretty nice. just a chat.
Yeah,
chat shit.
I think it's a nice thing to just have a scheduled chat. You know,
Yeah. You can
gives you something to do to think.
Put us on in the background while you're gaming or
While
watching
you're
anime.
Put us on in the background while you're wood cutting in RuneScape.
Yeah,
Who knows?
that's a good
You're
one
bored out of
actually.
your
Fire
fucking
starting
mind.
and shit.
Maybe when you're working out at 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock at night.
Maybe if you want to hear our voices while you're working out.
Hey, I listen to podcasts while working out. I don't like listening to like hardcore music. If anything. But yeah.
All right.
Oh, well, that's just probably going to be for this one only. That's because,
Yeah, the echo's temporary. Don't worry about that.
Oh yeah. Oh, am I echoing like through?
It would be
Andrew?
through my microphone. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Well, it's got to be a little scuffed to start out. So
Yeah.
you can go
First
up.
episode, little scuffed. We'll work on it.
yeah.
You never want to start where you're best and then eventually slide down.
We can already say we're going to improve next time.
Yeah. Easy.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thanks
yeah,
for
with
listening
that-
and watching.
With that, yeah. Thanks for watching. We're all pretty happy, but maybe not for long.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. We'll catch you next weekend.
Yeah.
Peace out.